Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Armageddon. Today we're going to be featuring a Brawl deck with Iymrith, Desert, Doom as our commander, as part of our series of Brawl videos featuring commanders from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Iymrith can be extremely difficult to interact with, as she has Ward 4 as long as she is untapped. There is a tension between this ability, however, and our strategy, since Iymrith is our win condition, and we want to hit the opponent with her in order to draw cards. Thus, we are playing a lot of other spells and equipment that protect Iymrith or give her vigilance. I've broken the deck down into categories, so let's start with our ramp. Chrome Mox is free to play and can lead to explosive starts, while we have most of the ramp artifacts at 2 mana on Arena: Arcane Signet, Cold Steel Heart, Guardian Idol, Mind Stone, Solar Transformer, and the Iron Crag. At 3 mana, Lapis Orb of Dragonkind lets us scry when we play our commander, while Midnight Clock can shuffle our graveyard into our deck and refresh our hand if we get to the late game. Meanwhile, Dragonstorm Globe puts a +1/+1 counter on our commander if we play her while the globe is in play. Heraldic Banner can pump our commander's power, while Pristine Talisman can gain life, which can help us against more aggressive decks. Finally, the Celestis loots and gains life as we switch between day and night, and has an activated ability to switch between day and night. Next, we have our suite of counterspells. Dispel counters instants, while Miscast counters instants and sorceries. Stubborn Denial is a hard counter if our commander is in play, while Wash Away is an efficient counter to the opponent's commander, as is Tail's End. Disdainful Stroke counters expensive spells, while Keep Safe protects our commander from removal. Lofty Denial is pretty much a hard counter if our commander is in play, while Negate counters any non-creature spell. Test of Talents counters an instant or sorcery and exiles it. We also have the classic counterspell and the busted Mana Drain. Long Reverse Pull counters a creature spell or any spell if we give the opponent a card. Saw It Coming can be foretold to be cast for only 2 mana, while Archmage's Charm can also draw cards or steal a cheap non-land permanent if we don't need it as a counterspell. Finally, Spectral Denial is more effective if we have our commander in play when we cast it. Next, we have ways of giving our commander vigilance, so that we can continue to attack with her while keeping up her ward ability at all times. A number of these are equipment that have additional abilities that aren't relevant in our deck, such as Avacyn's Collar, Tarian's Soul Cleaver, Team Pennant, True Faith Sensor, and Forebear's Blade. Batterbone is expensive to equip, but comes into play equipped to a Germ token, while Shortbow and Sword of Vengeance provide vigilance along with other keywords. We have only one other creature card in the deck, so the vast majority of the time, Solitary Defiance is going to give our commander vigilance and an additional ward 2, while seeking 2 non-land cards and discarding a card when she attacks. Unstoppable Plan untaps all non-land permanents we control at the end of our turn. We are unlikely to sacrifice our commander to Lotus Ring's ability to add 3 mana, but it is in the deck because it gives vigilance while equipped. While Sigiled Sword of Valoran creates additional knight tokens that are attacking when our commander attacks while equipped with the sword. Next, we have ways of protecting our commander. Giant's Amulet gives hexproof while equipped as long as the equipped creature is untapped, and when we cast it, we can pay additional mana to create a giant wizard token and attach the amulet to it. Lava Spur Boots grants haste and ward 1 when equipped, while Swift Foot Boots grants hexproof and haste. Meanwhile, Curator's Ward gives hexproof, and if the permanent it enchants leaves the battlefield, lets us draw 2 cards if that permanent was historic. Dragonologist gives hexproof to our commander as long as she is untapped, and when it enters can find an instant or sorcery in the top 6 cards of our deck. Although we're not playing that many instants and sorceries, so there's a good chance it'll miss, but still seems worth including. While finally, Mithril Coat can be flashed in to give our commander indestructible. Next, we have our card draw effects. All of Combat Research, Curiosity, and Curious Obsession are auras that draw a card when the creature enchanted with them hits the opponent. Combat Research also protects our commander. Tome of Gadwick puts a cantrip into our hand when we attack with the creature it is equipped to, while Goggles of Night scries and draws a card when the equipped creature hits the opponent. Mystery Key can be sacrificed to draw 3 cards if the equipped creature hits the opponent, while Security Bypass makes the creature enchanted with it unblockable if that creature attacks alone, and connives when that creature hits the opponent. The Key to the Vault can cast a spell for free if the creature equipped with it hits the opponent, while Tome of Legends can draw cards whenever our commander enters or attacks. Robe of the Archmagi draws cards equal to the amount of damage the equipped creature deals to the opponent, while the new Buster Sword from Final Fantasy draws a card and lets us cast a spell for free when the creature equipped with it hits the opponent. Meanwhile, Teferi's Ageless Insight draws an extra card whenever we draw a card except during our draw step. The Ether Spark can be attached to a creature and put a +1/+1 counter on the equipped creature, and picks up loyalty equal to the amount of damage the equipped creature deals, and can also draw 2 cards or add 10 mana of any one color. Our mana base consists mostly of basic islands, along with Fabled Passage and Prismatic Vista to search them up. Our utility lands include Hall of Storm Giants as a creature land, Mystic Sanctuary to put an instant or sorcery from our graveyard on top of our library, Odawara Soaring City for additional interaction, Rivendell to scry while our commander is in play, Avishkar Raceway to rummage once we've reached max speed, Blast Zone as removal, Bonder's Enclave to draw cards while our commander is in play, Cavern of Souls to make our commander uncounterable, Dranith Ruins to put additional +1/+1 counters on our commander if we have the mana to sink into it when we play Iymrith, Reliquary Tower so that we have no maximum hand size, and Plaza of Heroes and Tyrite Sanctum to protect our commander. So that's our Iymrith deck. Now it's time to take it into the queue and play some games. On the play, I've got Ramp, so we can play Iymrith on turn 4 if we hit land 4. Got Solitary Defiance to give Iymrith Vigilance, and a couple counter spells, so I think this is keepable. Opponent leads with Ruin Crab. That's kind of annoying. I hate Mill. On the bright side, we wouldn't have hit land, so opponent getting rid of these 3 probably helped us out in the long run. And then we'll be able to play Iymrith next turn. Opponent taps out for Gretchen. That's good. That means we can resolve Iymrith. Wayward Swordtooth is fine. I think we'll keep Midnight Clock, because that can shuffle all the cards that have been milled back into our library. And I'll discard Guardian Idol here. Security Bypass. Wouldn't have minded a land. But we've got Mana Drain or Keep Safe or Negate up, so that's pretty good. I think we counter that because that makes every creature a land. And there we go. That's enough for a concession. Alright. Sometimes a well-timed counterspell is all you need. On we go. On the draw, facing Samwise Gamgee, so Graveyard, Recursion, Food, Synergy. I only have 2 lands. No ramp, although I don't have enough ramp that I'm likely to have ramp every time in my opening hand. But I think this is a mulligan. We'll look for 3 lands. Alright, only 1 land, so that is... we're going down to 6. At least we're on the draw, so we have that extra draw step. Alright, still only 2 lands, but I don't want to go down to 5, so I think we keep this. I do have lots of ramp, although it's all 3 mana, so we're definitely relying on that, drawing that extra land. We'll keep this. And then I think we'll bottom Pristine Talisman, because I don't need that much ramp. Opponent leads with Forsaken Crossroads. We'll start with Island, because I don't want to thin out the deck just yet, because I want a better chance of drawing a land. Don't draw land 3. This could be a problem. I can't tell you how many times I've kept an opening hand with only 2 lands and never found land 3. At least we have a play. Alright, Moment of Truth on our next turn. Opponent ramps with Cultivate. And just in time, we draw land 3. We'll play Midnight Clock to start putting counters on it. Opponent plays Tireless Provisioner so they can start making treasure. Plays Arcane Signet, so they've got lots of mana over there. Wouldn't mind drawing another land. So then I could play Iymrith. Although I am kind of incentivized to wait until after I play Dragonstorm Globe. Looks like opponent's not finished. They run out Samwise. Well, we do draw land, but it comes into play tapped anyway, so Dragonstorm Globe it is. The opponent draws a card off Mentor of the Meek. It's a food off Meriadoc. I kind of want to have Keep Safe up. But I don't know if I want to take at least 9. So I think we'll play Arcane Signet and then play Iymrith and hope that opponent doesn't have any cheap interaction. Opponent makes a treasure. Plays Exemplar of Light into Leonin War Leader. So they don't have removal and invokes Buxton. Plays Gilded Lotus for free. Opponent sacrifices a Foo to put a counter on Exemplar and draw a card. Okay, if we attack with Iymrith, how much damage are we taking here? 4, 10, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. So we're taking lethal, so I can't afford to attack. If I had a vigilance equipment, I could. So no attacks. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. Make a human token, draw a card. Pretty jealous of opponent's card draw over there. Okay. Opponent does not draw cards off Enter the Meek. I suppose probably because they intend to sacrifice food. So we'll block Leonin War Leader here. Not sure why the Ether Spark. I didn't think they could attack it while it was attached to a creature. And unfortunately, it only adds loyalty when it triggers on your turn. Opponent can trade for Iymrith. But they might just, if I attack, they might just chump with birds or gilded goose. Really needed. I think we just go for broke and hope we draw Unstoppable Plan. Avison's Collar. A turn too late. Oh, I guess I should have scryed with Rivendell. Well, we tried. So unfortunately, Knight of the Sweet's Revenge, that's great in a food deck. I have that in a food deck I play on Arena and Brawl. Alright. I am interested to see what our life total is going to be after opponent hits us here. So, unfortunately, we didn't have the interaction we needed to disrupt opponent's game plan, and I didn't have Vigilance. If I had been able to counter Knight of Sweet's Revenge, keep Iymrith untapped, we might have had a shot, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Better luck next time. On we go. On the draw, no ramp. I do have 3 lands, and plenty of ways of giving Iymrith Vigilance, so she'll be easy to protect. Tome of Legends enters with a page counter, so I get a card draw off it, so I think we'll try this. Cavern of Souls could come up if opponent has Mana Tide. Dragonologist, draw the only other creature card in the deck. Alright, land 4, that's good. As suspected, we didn't hit anything off Dragonologist. It's basically here to give Iymrith hexproof as long as she's untapped. There's opponent's commander. I'll trade. Lotus Ring. I can draw a card with Tome of Legends for 1 mana, so I can play an artifact, draw, and then we've hit land for turn, so we'll draw end of turn. Olivia, an assassin, so she's going to create a treasure token when she hits me. Alright, drawing land is good. Midnight Clock. Your possession is good with all the treasure tokens.
I have come for vengeance and blood. What a mess I've made.
If I was opponent, I probably would have still attacked there. Alright, Sword of Vengeance gives first strike. So we'll take out Soren.
Oh, this will not be my final parting.
think we'll let's draw a card end of turn. Wouldn't mind drawing Counterspell here, as an Edict effect is very good against us. Alright, so at least they don't have a full party, so they can't cast whatever they find for free. Now, there are, unfortunately, Edict effects at 1 mana, so if they have one of those in the deck, we're in trouble. They do not. Disdainful Stroke. Curator's Ward. If we counter this, alright, Stubborn Denial, that's a great draw. We'll play an Equip Buster Sword. And I still have the Plaza of Heroes. Opponent takes it. And then I don't actually want Sigiled Sword of Valoron, because opponent can block the 2/2 with so I could equip Lotus Ring, still hold up Stubborn Denial, but I think we hold up Plaza of Heroes. This is going to feel so good. And yeah, no surprise there. Alright. There we go. We drew the interaction we needed at just the right time. On we go. On the play, only 2 lands. Not sure how good Dispel or Test of Talents will be in the matchup, although opponent could be playing ramp spells. But I think with only 2 lands, we take our free mulligan. Alright, still only 2 lands. But I've got the Iron Crag and Pristine Talisman. Don't really want to go down to 6 on the play. So we'll try it. So we'll lead with Fabled Passage, fetch tap land. Now, we do need another blue source to cast Iymrith, even with these ramp artifacts. Opponent leads with tap land. Alright, there's second blue source in land number 3. That was a great draw. Might as well play Team Pennant here. Opponent has another tap land. Alright, let's play Lapis Orb of Dragonkind. And that also lets us hold up Test of Talents. Draw land 4. We definitely lucked out in terms of hitting our land drops. And then don't mind drawing another land. Not sure I need Hall of Storm Giant, so I think we'll scry that to the bottom. And then we'll keep the Iron Crag as ramp. And then we might as well play Combat Research, since I don't have 2 mana to hold up Test of Talents with. Opponent plays Fetch Land. So they could play Choco here. They fetch a land immediately. Oracle of the Alpha, sure thing. Oh, opponent wisely reconsiders attacking with Provisioner. And then can I play Talisman, equip Pennant, hold up Test of Talents? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 less 3 is 4, 5. I can. We'll equip Team Pennant. And Team Pennant being very useful, giving trample, so we can attack past Oracle of the Alpha and draw our card. And we draw 2 cards. So yes, we want Iymrith's trigger to happen first. Alright, and then short bow. I think we held up Test of Talents here. So we're kind of in the position we want to be in, which is Iymrith has Vigilance. Conduit of Worlds, that's fine. That does mean they can keep replaying the landscape. Well, they do have a lot of mana. Ledger Shredder is fine. Alright, Long River's Pull, that gives us the ability to counter any spell. We also have Archmage's Charm to counter any spell. And then I think we'll hold up Bonder's Enclave. Opponent blocks, but it's chumping. So we draw 2 cards here. Alright, land. So we took a risk keeping a hand with only 2 lands in it, but it paid off because we hit our land drops. I'm surprised the opponent hasn't played their commander. And that's enough for opponent. Alright, they must have not had any other answers in hand. Alright. That game pretty much went as well as we could have, and it went according to plan. On we go. On the draw, I only have 2 lands, but I've got Wash Away for Hope, Spectral Denial, Avacyn's Collar, and Terran Soul Cleaver as cheap ways to give Iymrith Vigilance, Heraldic Banner for ramp. So even though I only have 2 lands, I think I'm going to take a risk and try it. Hope to draw land 3. We do have the extra draw step, so we'll go for it. And then we'll have Wash Away up for their commander. We'll hold up Wash Away. Life Creed Duo. Okay, I'm beginning to get a little worried here. And then we'll hold up Wash Away and Spectral Denial. Alright, there's lane 3. We'll hold up Wash Away. Wall of Omens, I don't mind. Alright. I can... Opponent's stuck on 3 lands. We're tapped out if we play our commander. I think that's still worth it. Alright, and unfortunately for us, opponent did not have their own Wash Away up. And opponent does not have enough mana to interact with Iymrith with targeted removal. Lotus Ring. Opponent takes it, we draw a card. Land is good. So this way we've got Wash Away for its cleave cost, Spectral Denial for X equals 3. So things are, we probably do want some way of giving Iymrith Trample. Restoration of Igonjo. I think we counter that. Deny them the land drop. And then drawing the gate was nice. Opponent lets us hit them again. I do want to draw a card. Alright, we hit our land. Alright, and then I'll play Tearing Soul Cleaver, but I won't equip it, so we've got Wash Away up for cleave cost. Alright, opponent finally hits land 4. Johnny's Pridemate. I think we can outrace Pridemate, because opponent's going to have to chump soon with Life Creed Duo. Alright, Team Pennant is great because that gives us trample. Opponent chumps. We have trample, so it doesn't matter much. Sadly, don't have Tarian Soul Cleaver equipped. And then I think we'll keep Cold Steel Heart in hand. I could play it and still have negate up, but this way I've got Wash Away for its cleave cost. In case opponent plays something I want to counter that negate doesn't counter. Daxos Blessed by the Sun is fine. I'll counter Hope though, so they don't gain more life. Opponent is tapped out. They do gain life from creatures dying. So I think we'll take it here. We can afford to. Alright, and then Lotus Ring gives us lethal. Alright, and there we go. Alright. Another game that played out exactly how we wanted it to. On we go. Alright. Hope S Time rematch. I've got Mana Drain, which is always nice. Although I'll want to pay Mind Stone on 2, so I won't have Mana Drain up for Hope. I think that's fine, though. And then Security Bypass will be good in case opponents got flying blockers. Basically what this hand needs is a way to give Iymrith Vigilance. I've got the 3 lands and some ramp, and some interaction, so I think this is keepable. Alright, opponent plays their commander. Kind of would prefer to draw land. I should have tapped Plaza of Heroes there. Because now I only have negate up. Didn't think that through properly there. Alright, well. Okay, and there we go. Opponent was obviously counting on that Ristic Study. Well, that sometimes happens. Counterspells can lead to quick and easy wins. Alright, So that's our Iymrith deck. The games we won went according to plan, which is we ramp out our commander and then protector with equipment that gives vigilance and counter spells. So that does the trick, and of course sometimes the counter spells help you win games faster, because opponents do sometimes tend to concede if you counter a key spell. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you thought I should have made any different plays, let me know in the comments. And also let me know in the comments if you'd like to see another commander from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, or from another set, maybe the new Final Fantasy set. And have a good one. Bye.